What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting to you from the D. And pardon my red eyes, man. I've been out here outside getting these 10,000 steps in, and the pollen is kicking my behind. So that's what happens when you outside, man. And I'm like really outside. But let's get to the topic at hand. No red eyes don't stop anything. Do you guys remember that fertility clinic attack that happened just last month? I meant to cover it, but by the time I became privy to it and got around to it, it was already like 5-6 days old, something like that. It was closer to a week. So I just went ahead and let it go. And I was like, I'll make sure that when there's an update on it, I'll prioritize it. So here we go. In fact, it was so much to cover that I took some notes. So if you see me looking down, it's going over the notes that I took. So you have the FBI have arrested a man named Daniel Park, 32 years old, of Kent, Washington. So that is who they have in custody. He's not the suspect, of course, the main suspect anyway. The main suspect is deceased. This is somebody who they arrested who allegedly took part in the construction of the bomb. So there's that 32-year-old Daniel Park. He's from Kent, Washington. That clinic attack, that IVF clinic attack, was in Palm Springs, California. That we knew already. The man was taken into custody in New York. So he's been hopping around quite a bit. He was taken into custody at JFK Airport. Here's something I didn't know before. The blast, it injured 4 people. The primary suspect, as I said before, his name is Guy Edward Barkis. He was 25 years old. He perished in the blast. And the embryos that he so desperately wanted to destroy, he failed to do so. Those made it out okay. Apparently, he was an anti-natalist. I've never heard of this before, a natalist, but apparently that is someone who is anti-reproduction. So we got a lot to unpack here. Obviously, I think that this man is a moron, both of them. This is the result of, as I said the other day with the Colorado dude, this is what happens when you are a man and you are not on your purpose. You're in the corners of the internet talking to like-minded dummies, and they putting a battery in your back, hyping you up to go out and commit something stupid. You got 2 guys here that couldn't find anything better to do with their lives than build a bomb for a fertility clinic. I mean, that didn't even want to come off my tongue because it's that ridiculousness. 2 men, possibly even more, we don't even know, but 2 men, the deceased and the guy who just went into custody. Y'all 2 brains, the best y'all could come up with, the most brilliant idea, and I say that loosely, I say that very sarcastically, the most brilliant idea you can come up with. Hey man, let's bomb this clinic. I mean, that's a WTF moment if there ever was one. Being anti-reproduction, what in the world? Where does that come from? How do you come up with that when you exist due to reproduction? That's the part that I can't quite swallow. You're a person who exists because of reproduction. We're all here because of reproduction. How do you then decide, I am dead set against the very reason that I exist, and I'm going to go out there and attack a fertility clinic? That part is just really shitty, because you have women who are really struggling to get pregnant and are desperate for help, and clinics like this can be some of their like last ditch effort to try to create a family of their own, to try to avoid adoption, and you're trying to wreck that for them. Like, what the hell, man? So 4 people were injured. It doesn't seem like anybody died except the dumbass with the bomb. So that's great. And the embryo survived, which is also great. So what the hell did you accomplish, man? That's really what I be wondering when it comes to these things. What did you accomplish? He don't even end up in prison for the rest of his life. His worthless life ended at the hands of the bomb he built. The bomb he built to create devastation for other people was his ruin. That's what killed him. Man, if that ain't divine retribution, I don't know what is. I mean, really, man, there's always a certain type of people that carry out these type of things. And I'm sure you guys are seeing a pattern here. You got grown men that are not on their purpose. They have not found their way. They're on the internet too much. They're listening to a lot of this ridiculous propaganda being spread by the news media, politicians, and it's on both sides. I can't even say this is a leftist problem. This is a right-wing problem as well. You got politicians on both sides that spread goofy nonsense, and the people who are listening to them believe their every word. You have to be responsible when you're in a position of influence, like politicians, because the stuff that you say carries so much weight. You have no idea who you're influencing with the words. So when you're standing up there intentionally lying about certain things, you have no idea how the people out there are going to take it. When you're sitting up there spreading misinformation just to get ahead, okay, you may have got ahead, but at what cost? I don't think they care, though. That's why politics is the deadly game that it is, you know. So, man, this is just, it's one of the more ridiculous stories that I've talked about this year, and we're barely halfway through. It's the month of June. When June is concluded, we'll truly be halfway through, but we aren't even halfway through the year, and we've had quite some doozies. I mean, to have this come out, the details that we have, I'm just like, man, before it was, who in their right mind would bomb a fertility clinic? But I guess that answers its own question. You know, no one in their right mind would. You know, if they're doing something silly like this, they got to be a goofy. So I'm gonna leave it there, man. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Jeez. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. And hit me in them comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. Peace.